Okay guys, last week we covered block files and naming block files and how you insert block files using your machine. And we did that last week for those of you that were here. I'm going to show you a little bit of it, and with those that were here I'm going to cover the ones that we didn't cover last week. For those that weren't here, you may have to kind of go through and I'll kind of tell you which ones you're going to need. We're going to take the final next week, and I've been told that it needs to be something that needs to be graded. I'm gonna pretty much go over what we're going to cover on that final. So it should be fairly easy. Should be. So if you've been paying attention a little bit or showing up to class most of the time, you should get it.
Will it be like court, or will it be like?
Yeah, it's gonna be a court setting. It's not gonna be a transcript, but it's gonna show you how to set it up. So what it is, it's gonna be like a court proceeding, and I'm gonna have somebody here. I think Miss Woodard's gonna help me. I'm gonna try to get 2 other people to where we have 3 attorneys. So you're gonna have to use multiple speakers. You're gonna have the court. And then we're going to use inserting the block files like we did last week, where when you take a break, you do the off, or when you go to lunch, do the lunch, and then where you're going to do colloquy, setting up the examination, where we do the dram for direct examination. Remember that? Or not. Setting up the examination, and then kind of going through it. And if for some reason you're not able to do it, then you're going to know how to do it through the block files. So you're going to go through, edit a little bit, because you're not going to be able to put the title pages in through a command on your machine. Okay?
So we can do it however we want. If we want to bring them in manually.
I'd prefer you bring them in manually. So I'm going to tell you kind of what's going on. Hopefully you'll know the command. If not, then you just kind of, I guess you'll have to do it manually. So however long it takes you to get it done, then you're gonna have to stay here till then and get it done. But you will be graded on it, but we're gonna cover a lot of that. We're gonna try to cover a lot of that stuff tonight, so we may be here a little bit later, but we're gonna try to cover as much as we can tonight and get it done. Okay? I think we covered exhibits, didn't we? Did we cover exhibits? Okay. What I want you to do is come to this page right here in the software. And the way, if you weren't here last week or you didn't watch the tutorial, the way that you mark a file is Control D. So do Control D. And that brings up a steno stroke that you get to name, okay? And what we're gonna do is mark. So you can type it on your keyboard. You don't have to go through and type the letters or whatever, doing the keyboard or whatever. You can use your actual keyboard on your computer and just do MRK. MRK space bar, MRK. The space bar is what gives you the other stroke. Or you can go up there, use the arrow, push next stroke, whatever. But so that it looks like that. So that's the way you do it. It's really easy. So whenever you want to do something, you just put whatever letters you want, MRK, and it knows which letters to put in there. Okay? If for some reason it does it differently, then all you have to do is just come up here, exit out, do it again. Okay? Press OK. Mine is already kind of defined, but what I taught you last week is you want to come in here in the special entries, push A again to where it gives you an auto include. Press enter. press E. And if you have it in there, for some reason mine doesn't have it, it's going to be where you mark an exhibit. So do y'all have that? Does everyone have that? Where you mark an exhibit?
Mine's still not coming up with like the special entries in the bar. It's just,
Let me see. You have your block files in?
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, if it does? No, it hasn't. Still like in the past, like a long time ago. I just
Stop the